I think I first became aware of him when I was in college in the 50s. I was in college in Washington, D.C., and a drama major. I'd been a kid actor all my life, but I thought it was important also to go through the formality of growing at university. And some fellow students there told me that on recent trips to New York they had encountered this. They didn't know how to describe this man who was a master of some kind of performance art in the Village, and I should really come to New York some weekend. And I really wasn't sure what I was seeing. And on reflection now, I think I can understand something. It's like what must have been people's exposure to great art the first time. Perhaps the audience of Stravinsky, the first time they heard him, or the people who were exposed to Picasso's first dabbling in Cubism. You didn't know what you were seeing, but you knew that it was important. You couldn't interpret it, but it was forceful and it compelled you and it drew you in. 1988, I met him. I love this. Doing a picture called The Burbs that Joe Dante, a wonderful, wonderful director, directed with, starring Tom Hanks and lots of good cast, Bruce Dern, and anyway, it was a kind of a spooky romp. And when I heard that brother
spooky is the key word for Brother Theodore.
And when I heard that Brother Theodore was in it, I was enchanted. Here I was going to get to meet this man who'd had an influence on me. And you could see an impishness and playfulness, and his mind is always operating. He loves to play with words, he loves to play with phrases, he loves to see what language does to you. If you can be hurt by words, so you can be healed by words. And as I got to know him, and it was a baptism of fire for him, because though he may have done a film before, I don't think he'd ever been in anything quite this big. He's never been an artist of mass art, for a mass audience, although he attained popularity through his many appearances on Merv Griffin. But I think he's an acquired taste. I just think he's a great, unique man, a giving man, a man who dares us to look inside our souls at all the pretensions and barriers and layers of protective devices that we've accumulated over the years because of fear or an inability to cope. And he's saying, look at yourself. Dare to look at yourself. And I think you'll be happy that you'll find some truth.